Hi, Jonathan York, Bay Financial Partners, looking at investment markets. Another pretty tricky week there for President Trump, sort of supposed to be on holiday, but events in Charlottesville, really haven't sort of helped. And, his certainly handling of that incident as well has sort of come across as well as being sort of less than presidential. It's resulted in him losing another couple of CEOs from one of his committees. Really it does appear to be a little bit of a sinking ship at present. It's just going to be very interesting to see how one you can sort of try and right the ship and get back on track. As discussed, he's still yet to see anything on healthcare, tax reform, and really it's almost a bit of a lame duck presidency. Certainly when he has control of Congress, with the ruling Republican Party, but really just not seeing any momentum going forward on any of the policies. Markets, as always, just seem to be ignoring what's going on and, sort of pushing on a pretty good rate. Certainly growth in the US is pretty good, and it's just going to be very interesting now to see as we head into September with potentially the Fed starting to look to reduce that balance sheet. Certainly markets are still looking for a further rate increase as well from the Fed before year end. That weakening dollar, though, has been sort of quite interesting. Obviously, it does help US exports, but it's just going to be very interesting to see how it plays out through the end of the year, especially if the Fed does increase interest rates. Interesting, potentially, there's quite a bit of money sitting on the sidelines waiting to be deployed. A couple of names that do sort of come to mind, Warren Buffett sitting there close on $100 billion. In cash and treasuries waiting to be deployed. It's just going to be very interesting. He's not the only sort of fund manager, investment manager out there with money to invest. It's just going to be very interesting to see how that sort of gets deployed as we head into year end. Oil's still looking to sort of recover, and potentially the market is getting back to sort of a sort of balanced situation. Although it is sort of interesting as oil is sort of held up close to this sort of $50 a barrel. Interesting though to see shale output sort of starting to increase a little bit, especially as sort of prices as they have hovered around that sort of $50 a barrel. New Zealand's sort of quite interesting still on the political scene as we head into the election in September. It really does look a pretty close race, and it's going to be very interesting to see how it sort of plays through. Potentially it could be a heartland bond issue in New Zealand. If you are interested in registering an interest in that, call us on 0800 867 323. Also, as well as the Obama healthcare rights issue, these are announceable, so you can trade them. They give you the chance to pick up shares at around $8.15, currently trading around sort of $8.40. So sort of quite a healthy discount. Should be see a pretty good take up on that rights issue. Europe's still holding a pretty good bid. It's been a little bit quiet from the ECB recently, but certainly the European economies are sort of pushing on at a pretty good rate. Still pretty quiet on the Brexit front, although there is still further talk about potential of a Brexit reverse, and it's going to be very interesting to see how that sort of plays through. So if you are looking for income options, sort of plenty of alternatives out there here in New Zealand. Call us on 0800 867 323 or go to the website www.bayfinancialpartners.co.nz for lots of interesting articles. We look forward to speaking to you soon.